The full How to Play It Today breakdown is linked in the description on theircheck.com. The important bit is this: Wonder Boy is playable today and legally, but it is a selective recommendation. If you want the original arcade game, there is a good path. If you just want the best first Wonder Boy experience, this probably is not it. That is the split that matters. The 1986 Wonder Boy still makes sense if you want a direct arcade platformer, fast, simple to read, and built around constant pressure. You are running, jumping, managing food, reacting to hazards, and trying to stretch one more attempt a little further than the last. It has that clean early arcade logic, where the rules are not complicated, but the game is always squeezing you. That can still work, especially if you like games that are immediate. No build, no long onboarding, no character sheet, no modern map full of icons, just movement, timing, risk, and repeat attempts. But that is also why a lot of modern players should be careful. Wonder Boy is not the later action RPG version of the series. It is not the Dragon's Trap. It is not Asha in Monster World. It is not the broader Monster World style of exploration, equipment, transformations, and adventure structure. The original is a survival-minded arcade platformer with a timer-like vitality system and old-school punishment. If you came here because you heard Wonder Boy is a colourful action-adventure series, the first game may feel more blunt than expected. So the recommendation is narrow but useful. Play it if you specifically want the arcade foundation. Skip it or start elsewhere if you want the best modern introduction to the Wonder Boy family. For most people who want the original legally today, the best option is Wonder Boy Collection. That collection includes the 1986 arcade version of Wonder Boy, along with Wonder Boy in Monsterland, Wonder Boy in Monster World, and Monster World IV. It is available on modern console storefronts in the routes covered in the full FairCheck page, and it gives you the original without asking you to chase old hardware or region-specific oddities. There is also Wonder Boy Anniversary Collection. That is the broader archive option. It includes more versions across more games, including multiple versions of Wonder Boy itself. It is the better buy if you want a wider series package, but it is more than you need if your question is simply, how do I play the original Wonder Boy? Then there is Wonder Boy Returns Remix. That is a modern remake of the original concept, and it is a real option, but it should not be treated as the default answer if your goal is to understand or play the arcade original. The confusing part is that Wonder Boy has become a messy name. Sometimes people mean the first arcade game, sometimes they mean the Dragon's Trap, sometimes they mean Asha, sometimes they mean the whole Monster World branch. This is exactly why the best recommendation has to be specific. Start with Wonder Boy Collection for the original arcade game. Start with the Dragon's Trap if what you actually want is a more modern, polished Wonder Boy family action-adventure. Why is Wonder Boy Collection the version to start with? Because it hits the practical middle. It gives you the arcade version, not just a home port. It is easier to recommend than tracking a standalone Arcade Archives listing that may be region dependent, and it avoids the bigger commitment of the Anniversary Collection. Unless you already know you want a larger archive, it is also the cleanest way to separate curiosity from commitment. You can sample the original, understand what kind of game it is, and then decide whether you want the later Monster World side of the series. Before you start, know this. Wonder Boy is about pressure management. The food is not just decoration. Your vitality keeps draining, so forward momentum matters. You are not supposed to stand around and inspect the scenery. You keep moving, grab food, avoid bad pickups, and use your weapon when the game gives it to you. The thrown weapon helps, but this is still a platformer first. Jumps, spacing, and rhythm matter more than trying to force your way through like an action game. Also, do not expect the game to explain itself like a modern platformer. The first few runs are partly about learning what the game punishes. Eggs can help or hurt. Momentum can save you or send you straight into trouble. The correct mindset is not finish this cleanly on the first try. It is learn the loop, get a little further, and decide whether that loop is satisfying. That is the real verdict. Wonder Boy is worth playing today as a compact arcade artifact with a still readable survival loop. It is not the strongest recommendation for someone simply looking for a great retro platform adventure. If you want the original, play the arcade version in Wonder Boy Collection. If you want the best first step into the wider series, go to the Dragon's Trap instead. Wonder Boy matters, but today it makes the most sense when you know exactly which Wonder Boy you came for.